A lot of people ask me, new witches especially, they ask me for advice on getting started on the witchcraft path. And for me personally, like the more I evolve, the more experience in my own spiritual practice, the more that I tend to find that I get more and more interested in me. And the less that I get preoccupied or that I get caught up into what other people are doing. And not because I'm not interested into what other people are doing, of course I am. And I absolutely love seeing people talk about their own practice, especially when there's that twinkle in their eyes. But the biggest gift that I've allowed myself to do these last few years was to really allow myself to get more interested in me. And to not feel selfish for it, to get interested into what I think about the world and my own story, my own history. And you know, what are the functions of me, my own personal experiences, my own belief system. And you know what? You have a whole lore going on inside of you. I don't care who you are, like you have passions, you have interests, you have a past filled with deep, rich, transformative experiences that only you can tap into and that only you have an understanding of. You have movies that you love, you have music that speaks to your soul. You have inside stories and inside jokes that you share with friends. And all of these things, they kind of form like a subculture inside of you. And a big part of my legacy now has to do with making sure that I keep enriching into that history, into my own personal lore. And so one big piece of advice that I will definitely share with new witches today, well, all new and, you know, everybody, is to, yes, you know, keep letting yourself get invested into what other people are doing and what is going on with different kinds of practices, with the different kinds of spiritual concepts that there is for you to learn and discover out there. But I would say as well, do not forget about your own philosophy. You have your own philosophy of the world that is going on inside of you with the personal experiences that you have and with the personality that you have. And I advise that you take that into your craft, man, because it's like one of the most potent thing that you can ever that you have. It's something that you cannot even find in the books out there or anywhere else. So as a spiritual practitioner, you're absolutely allowed to pitch into your own lore, even though, you know, alongside all of the traditions and all of the concepts that you also deeply revere and respect. You know, it's good to want to transcend the self and to want to explore concepts that go a lot beyond ourselves. These things, they connect us to the world around us and they remind us that we are part of something here. But it's also important to get interested and invested in your own personal internal world and what you have to bring on the table, what you have to bring on the conversation. Because this is a piece of you that, you know, no movies out there or books can even write. And it's so fucking special. It's so unique about you. You know, look at this lucky cat here. Well, it's all looking silly now. It's like parts are falling out of it and it's just so old. There's like an old American bill here that I used to glue there. But I love this cat. Like, this cat is neat. I will never get rid of it. This is a cat that I bought while I was in Vancouver, by the way. And when I was in California with my friends trimming weed, we had it on the table where we were working, and each time we were like activated, and you know, we all fed collectively into this belief and thought that, you know, the lucky cat had to be activated because, you know, it was a prosperity cat. It was like bringing the cash in, you know, and it's just like there's this whole meaning and story behind this cat. And now it's just sitting on my altar, and each time that I activate it, it just has that like potent power that me and my friends fed into it. And so what started as a joke turned into a fucking magical artifact today. And so I'm sure that you have stuff like that at home that you have invented, or that, you know, these things, they didn't bring meaning into your life, but you brought meaning to them and inside of them. And that's why it's so magical. And these things, they are your tools, and they're part of that cohesive realm that you're kind of creating for yourself here, that magic kingdom that you are building for yourself. And you are the architect of that world, you know. So just a few thoughts here for you today.